Hey Pisces, oh my goodness, I'm so excited to do your reading. Chinese your rabbit as well. Mutable, beautiful water. How are you? And welcome to the Vibe Tribe family. It is your empathetic medium, Megan, and I hope you guys are doing amazing today. I have a special reading to do for you. So, what we're going to do is we're going to talk to God with you today. Okay? We're going to tap into Mr. God himself. Top dog, you know what I'm saying? Dog backward is God. So yeah, top dog. We're gonna bring him in the energy of God and what God and Pisces conversation has been lately and what it is that the outcome will bring of these conversations, please. God and Pisces today, the connection between the two. What is it that God has to say to you? What's God have to say to Pisces, please, Spirit? So much, thank you. Hope you guys are amazing out there, doing great. Have a great weekend. Happy Friday. And let's see what God has to say to Pisces. What does God have to say to Pisces? God tells you to make time for self-love, Pisces. Make time for self-love. Libra's energy, Venus's energy. He loves you. God loves you. God protects you. You yourself have been telling God and praying to God, please allow me to open up to change while I find a balance within this change. Please help me gain insight and awareness and help me release the blockages that are not allowing change into my life as it may be, right? And as it's not, as you've been praying and hoping for it, right? So definitely God's been hearing you and you have been communicating to him. You are trying to achieve a balance, and the balance is between the two of you, Libra and Libra. Chinese your dog with that too. So you guys could be Pisces dogs, of course. We have Aquarius out here. You guys could be Pisces tigers. You could be Aquarius rabbits or Libra rabbits, Libra moons, Aquarius moons. Something could be specific, or your Venus placement or your Uranus placement. But opening up to change is what you've been praying to God for. Cooling your emotions is something maybe goodness God himself, greatness of God himself has been asking you to do. Cool your emotions, know that everything will be okay. Release your blocks and know your worth. Okay, so then you got Aries, you got Scorpio, you got Taurus energy with those. That's also Chinese, your dragon. Scorpio is pig and Taurus is snake, okay? All right, now that we got that out, let's keep going. Let's talk about God again. What does God want to say to the Immaculate Pisces here with the Osho Zen? What kind of energy is going to be brought into this? We are the world. We are the world is what God's energy is telling you. We are one as all together. What is the energy? That is the master. So God and you have been communicating about your purpose, and you've been mastering certain things and certain awarenesses so that you can really contribute to what God's purpose for you is to combine all into one and really show others and bring others to awareness of how loving yourself is just as important as loving others, and loving others is just as important as loving yourself, because we are all one, and if you love one, you love all, right? That's the beautiful thing that I've been preaching to everybody lately. That's what's coming through. All these beautiful love energies of new visions coming through. This is something God is trying to pursue for you, like pursue in your brain so that you can persevere for this purpose. Okay, so God is trying to bring you into some true awareness of who you are, what you are, how you can be, and the opening up to change is him speaking to you. Making time for self-love is so important. Loving who you are, not judging yourself, not belittling yourself, not bullying yourself, not self-sabotaging, not being determined enough, not being motivated enough, those kinds of things. Give yourself the time of day so that you can bring yourself into that motivation, so you can seek inspiration. Giving yourself time, meditation, yoga, going out for a walk, going for a run, going to the gym, going for a car ride, just going to work and just blasting your music while you go to work and just chilling and vibing and doing your own thing, feeling good, talking to yourself, doing these things that are meant to be kind of a normal thing, but not everybody thinks it's normal. But it is normal to talk to yourself. It's normal to be on your own. It's normal to want alone time. It's normal to be like, I need space. Like, I need to be able to recuperate my energy. I had so many energies that I was dealing with. Now I need to refill myself with my own vitalizing energy. I need to release of the energies that had attached me or tried to attach me, as I don't need those anymore, and I need to cleanse myself. That's important, right? So God's trying to help you cleanse your energy for this change that's going to be presenting itself to you. And you are in this sense of achieving a balance in your mind, in your heart, your soul, your body. Okay, but let's see. We do have, balance. See, again. So you guys are trying to balance out the chaos in this life right now. And God is over here having a communication with you, heart-to-heart conversation with you about your love, about your life and your love for life. You have the silicone crystal technology came through. You also have the higher perception passion. You have the Eton seduction. You have the I love you, the love from the future love letter. I love you. And the manifesteer, the creator, the master, and the vision, the new vision, right? So there is something here about you guys really adapting to that crystal technology of yourselves, opening up to the change that's meant to be, walking through those gates and knowing what you're doing is the gateway, and this is the vision, and this is them opening up to you so that you can be the creator of your own life. There is something about seduction that is important too, though. I'm going to shuffle these. I'm going to grab the one that they want me to read for you, okay? Pisces. Which one is it that you want me to read? I have no idea. Shuffle them good so that we have no clue what's going to be the one. They said the future love letter is the one they want me to let you see. Right here. Okay. So the index course. It's on page 72. 1972 is the year of the dog, rat, Sagittarius energy, and Chinese, so Jupiter, 9th house, sorry. Took me a minute there. Okay, page 72, future love letter. I've not gotten to read this one yet, so. The crystal pairing for this card is Jade, and I love you. I'm incredibly lucky to have plenty of money to spare. Imagine every moment that your future self is looking at your present moment and saying, yes, you got this, don't give up, something amazing is right around the corner. Well, that's exactly what they're doing, and you can bet that your future self is already smiling as you pull this card. The card holds a mirror with a journal placed on top. You see an opportunity to bring yourself some clarity, and you are encouraged to write as the future self. When this card appears, it reminds you to write a letter of encouragement from your future self to journey deeply. Write a letter to yourself from 5 years in the future, 15 years in the future, and 25 years in the future. This card emerges at a time when you're ready to pause and reflect on what the mirror has shown up to this point in time. So that's interesting. I kind of want you to write what you would write to yourself from 15 years in the future and 25 years and 5 years. So like your future self talking to yourself now. Where you would be at specifically. So God's trying to get you to really know what your future can be by helping you, guide you, writing to yourself right now in a higher perception in the future of you. And there's also miracles, codes in nature. Nature is calling to many people at this time. There's many things that are going to be discovered that will be adding to the creativity upon one's manifestations, okay? And helping to bring more enthusiasm and excitement and motivation to like keep going, because if there's something that you see there and you know that you could reach it and you know that's a possibility, you're not going to stop fighting until you reach that moment. And just don't forget to like live in the present too while you're doing it and while you're striving to get to that point, so you don't miss out on anything else, because it's all very important. I'm actually going to get you an All Things Considered Part 2 as well. Let's see what else. So I want to see what God's energy has for you. On God's side, what is the energy for Pisces, please? What does God have to say? God is telling you it's a time to prosper, to have fertility, abundance, and a renewal. The salmon. In the Native American chart, that's Leo or Chinese or monkey. There could be something happening in August for you, or in the sense of Leo season, the end of July. Something could be happening where you start to truly prosper. And you have I'm craving you. There's something special in the way we touch. Then this is something about God telling you about this future love letter. There's something about a relationship that could be potential for you too. This could be definitely a relationship you're in now, and this could be progressing over the course of time. Or this could be a relationship that you so happen to find yourself in the next couple months or in the next couple years or something like that. But there's something about this craving part that's something you've been probably manifesting for the future, and you're looking forward to having something, because there's something special here in the way somebody touches, the way that you guys both touch. Also, God is telling you that someday I hope you get the chance to live like you were dying, from Tim McGraw. The song came through. And this is an outdoor hobbies and activities, which I did tell you that nature is calling to you. And here's the codes in nature, the miracles outside, going out. Actually, it's funny because I'm a Pisces and I'm going to Sand Mountain, and we are going to ride ATVs for a day. But we have Falcon, freedom, intuition, and bravery. Eyesight is keen for detail, never missing an opportunity. So God is telling you that you guys are never going to miss an opportunity, because your eyesight, your energy of third eye sight is keen for all the details, for all the awarenesses that bring you to certain things, to help you be free, listening to your intuition, and be brave for what is to come. And I went to 0.7 seconds on a bull named Frumancho, and I loved deeper, and I spoke sweeter, and I gave forgiveness that I was denying. And that's one of the lyrics inside that song. And it's very important to know, like, I gave forgiveness that I was denying. I was denying forgiveness to certain people, but I finally gave myself the chance to live like I was dying, and that gave me the chance to really explore deeper. Okay? And that's really it. And you guys could have a lot of envious, prideful people around you. Envy is characterized by an unstable desire like greed or lust. And proud people not only put themselves before others, they separate themselves from others. They categorize themselves as better. So pride only finds pleasure in what sets it apart from somebody else. Instead of like being like, well, there's similarities and there's this and there's that, and I love the qualities that you have, and we can interpret this, we can integrate certain things. No, somebody thinks that they're better than everybody else, and they can't even. It's like a dogmatic personality. Okay, a few messages I want to get before we go tarot. I want to live together is one of your messages. Okay, I have I trust you from a feminine. Also have a message from spirit. So here's a good message from Spirit and God himself. Even when people doubt you, it's their own fear they are speaking into your existence and motivation for your purpose, as we've been speaking about the whole time. It's not your fear to carry. Keep trusting the path you are choosing. Release the projected fear from others that have pressured you to feel incapable, inadequate. Your purpose is not meant to be understood by anyone else but you. So you got to trust in yourself now. Okay? You got to trust in yourself now. We're going to get some of these shadowscapes that my best friend, Michaela, who is also Pisces, had, like, bought for me and sent them to me in the mail. Okay. She's so amazing. But let's see what we get for Pisces energy. 7 of Wands in reversal. So God is telling you not to put your defenses up to him right now. Okay? Keep yourself in some kind of control. Don't be falling out of control, or don't be feeling as if you have lost all control or lost all hope in something. God is trying to share something with you at this time. Another thing that I'm feeling with the 7 of Wands, Leo's energy, Chinese your monkey with the number 7, it could be something about July with Leo season, like we were just talking about, right? I'm also knowing that 7th house is Libra, which is heavy on the find a balance and make time for self-love, right? So when it comes to yourself, don't put your guards up. There's certain things about you that you also need to really give to, and you need to give yourself the beautiful reassurance and the best friendship, that you can. Let's see what else though. What's God want to say here? What else does God want to say to the beautiful Pisces here? 7 of Cups in the reverse, double sevens. Okay, if you get one more 7, I swear that's like the luckiest luck, right? Because 777. You guys can have life path number 7 for sure. You could be born on the 7th day of the month, of course. But here is the Scorpio's energy, or Chinese your pick. And Scorpio is 8th house, Pluto. Okay, something about Pluto and the sun are specific because the Leo energy rules the sun too. Scorpio, though, 7 of Cups being in the reverse is like a reality check. So God's over here trying to give you some kind of like, okay, I got it. That's what it is. God was telling me right there. There's something with how many, maybe you had so many options and so many choices, and you became overwhelmed, and maybe you feel like you were making the wrong ones all the time. But God was just trying to give you the benefit of like, hey, you do have so many options and choices to choose from, but it did overwhelm you. Okay, maybe there's a reason behind all the things, because everything is planned. But there is something now that God is like, okay, I'll take all those pickings and choosings, and I'll give you slight opportunities and chances at this time. I'll give you a few at a time, so that you don't feel so like you're missing or you're making the wrong choices. So instead of like maybe 6 choices that you could choose, you're going to get 3. And so therefore you're with your 3, you have a better like feeling of like, okay, this is more I can weigh with the pros and the cons of these 3, instead of so many at once. It's overwhelming and confusing and confuzzling, right? So because it gets confusing and puzzling, so confuzzling. um yeah, the 5 of Wands, there is some kind of, peaceful resolution that's about to happen for you. Compromise is here. Like, well, the Lord himself wants to compromise with you and help you. They want you to end the struggle, okay? They don't want you to be in conflict anymore. They want to help you reach agreements and find that peace and harmony within yourself. And they know that you've been battle fatigued. That's why they're telling you to put your defenses down, putting your guard down. Stop that. Leo's energy, again, with the 5. And the 5th house is Leo, okay? Maybe July 5th will be a specific day, the day after 4th of July. Let's see. What else does God want to say here, Spirit? The High Priestess. That's wow. This is God telling you how creative you really are. This is God helping you see your true power in something, and helping you with his power. There's an inner voice within you trying to give you insight and clarity and synchronicities. I feel this is your thirst for knowledge and some kind of spirituality or spiritualism, something that you've been really wanting to dig a little deeper within, and that will actually help you within your own self-discovery. The High Priestess is of Pisces energy, and it's also Virgo. Virgo's rooster, your opposite sign, but that could be where the little challenge is. But the challenge, there has to be a challenge to overcome. If there's not a challenge that's not overcome, there's no real victory or triumph or success. So this is why lots of us go through challenges, and that's why there's so many, because there's meant to be successes, just as many things that can go wrong as just as many things that can go right. Does that make sense? It wouldn't be just all things wrong all the time. It couldn't be. There has to be things that go right as well as wrong. So this is kind of like the mixture of the light and the dark to me. You have the owl on this picture, and the owl to me is the Native American chart Sagittarius. Chinese year rat in the 9th house. You guys can have any of these be a part of your chart. You could be Pisces pigs, Pisces monkeys, okay? You could be Leo rabbits, Scorpio rabbits, Leo or Scorpio moon signs. You could be Pisces roosters even. I'm a Pisces rooster. You could be a Virgo rabbit. Wiz Khalifa is a Virgo rabbit. If you guys didn't know that, I talk about that sometimes. Page of Pentacles even on the bottom. You know what I'm seeing with the Page of Pentacles a lot lately? In every card deck that I've seen and within the last week, because it's come out a lot. There's so much excelling and learning and growing. This is sharing. Look at that owl right there too, right next to you the whole time. And this is where you're going to burst out into all the things, because you've been nothing but patient, elated, determined, focused, concentrated. Like, you've been concentrating and you've been focusing. You've been finding some kind of influence in the situation. There's been like being brave as well as like grounded, and really trying to achieve that balance by maybe even meditation, or even like going to connect with nature, because nature is one of the things that you guys really, really benefit from the most, especially if you're around water. Okay, and water is just one of those things that's just a fluid energy, and it just feels so good to be around the flow and just hearing the sounds run off the rocks, or going around the corners. You have the Hermit, so this is a time to reflect. This is your time. This is your introspection this is the time to get everything into introspection. Okay, the Hermit. So there is something about the King of Pentacles being in the reverse, but there's about to be an end of conflict for you, because God sees that you've been dealing with too many scandalous or rude people that have been trying to cause you to be insecure and imbalanced, or it could just be one person trying to cause you to be insecure. But somebody's very greedy and materialistic, and there's something better for you, and that's where the Two of Wands comes in, and that gives you that real like ability to jump into something new, and Three of Wands right after two. So yes to all these beautiful things that are coming for you. God is really on a mission to work in your favor. He wants to help you. He's trying to help you reflect. He wants you to be doing things kind of on your own more often, or maybe less of a crowd if you have more people around you. But if you don't, then that's kind of a better outcome for you anyway. So like, if you guys already have the time for yourselves, just make a little bit more right now. Just really, it's about self-love. Like, it's about giving to yourself in any way that you think that you can. Like, I do my nails when I feel like I have nothing better to do, or I do my hair, I do my own hair. I do all the things for myself because I feel like I can treat myself. I can do these things. I don't need to go and, can do anything. I can just do it for me. I can love myself better. I can paint my toenails, or I could take a bath, or I could go for a walk, or I could go connect with water, or I can eat my favorite meal too, like, because that's important too, right? You're like, oh my goodness, I can cook myself up some really good, BLT, or I can, give me something like fried rice if I want to, something like that. You just give to yourself. You love yourself a little bit more. There's something about that part about you that's going to actually, it's giving me like these downloads and these frequencies that are definitely heightening for you. As you know, you guys have been definitely having and receiving lots of downloads anyway, but there's more to it. And the frequency is like, the vibratory rate of you is just going to be illuminating, very, very powerful, and very like pleasurable. The Hierophant in the reverse. You guys have the High Priestess and the Hierophant. Masculines and feminine Pisces here that we're talking to. Or Chinese Year Rabbits, mutable, beautiful water. You guys are wonderful people. Like, God sees so much potential in you. Even with the Hierophant in the reverse, doesn't mean a bad thing. It's just different, changing roles, social norms, challenging some kind of tradition from the past. But there's certain things for those traditions that need to be changed. Those things really there's certain cycles within those traditions that need to be changed or switched up or ended completely, and add new ones too. And that's something that you guys see, and that's something you guys have been pushing through and opening up to the change that needs to happen, so that not just you can find a balance, but others can too, because it's not like you just care about you care about multiple. And the more that you get in balance and in tune with yourself, and the more you enlighten yourself further about your purpose, is the more that you're going to bring others on that same light path as you. And then they're going to transform into this energy as well and go through it too. Talk to God too. This is something that's very important for you, because this is a part of who you are and your purpose, Pisces. Okay. So I'm going to give this to you. I hope this helped you. And have a beautiful rest of your day. Have a great weekend. Please be safe. And if I can get some few videos or something, I'll post them so I can share with you guys, so you guys can also see where I'm going. But anyway, much love to you guys. Bye.